Hi everyone, I hope everyone's doing well and feeling at peace and connected to their bodies on this day. I just thought I would pop on here to do a little video series based on the ebook, the free ebook that I released at the beginning of the year. As some of you may or may not know, you can get this ebook by going to the link in my bio. And this ebook is a very powerful resource that I have created for you to not only start to understand the work that I'm starting to do in the world, but also start to connect with yourself and your soul on a very much deeper level than you currently are. And this ebook really comes from a very empowered place to remind you that you are the divine creator of your own reality. And in the end, the only person that has put limits on your life is yourself. And the only person that can hold you back from achieving your dreams, manifesting your desires, and becoming the most empowered version of you possible is yourself. When we have allowed the stories and narratives of the outside world to impact the way we think about ourselves, that is when we have allowed the external to create our self-limiting beliefs. Because in the end, the only person that is stopping you is yourself. And this is a pretty crazy realization because it makes you reflect on all the struggles and chaos and drama and shit that you've gone through in the past and actually realize, oh damn, the only person that created, that manifested all those hard, difficult situations was me. And when we start to step into this realization, we actually start to take back our power and we start to step out of victim consciousness and start to take the reins to become the king or queen of our own lives and realize that we get to choose. It gets to be that easy. It gets to be about no one else but what you desire. And so when we start to move away from victim consciousness, the world becomes our oyster because everything and anything becomes possible. There are no limits. The limit does not exist. So diving into the first chapter of my ebook is titled Set Personal Intentions. I'm just going to read you guys the first little paragraph. Intention is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It is the starting point of every dream. It is the creative power that fulfills all our needs, whether for money, relationships, spiritual awakening, or love. An intention is a directed impulse of consciousness that contains the seed form of that which you aim to create. Like real seeds, intentions can't grow if you hold on to them. Only when you release your intentions into the fertile depths of your consciousness can they grow and flourish. So set your intentions by getting clear on what you desire, how you want to feel, or who you want to be. So the power of intention. Like I said, intention is the most powerful force in the universe. And if you do something with the power of intention driving you, you will not fail. You can only exceed, because when you do things with intention, you are projecting your consciousness into the future and you are already connecting to the part of you that has that intention manifested. And this is why we can start to understand the fact that time is actually not linear. And so we can connect to the future version of ourselves that has the desire manifested and has the intention manifested. And we can use our intentions connected with our desires to propel us forward and to help create lasting change, so that we don't go back to old patterns, so that we don't fall back into old triggers, so that we actually create long-lasting embodied change. And this comes from your intention. If you are doing something with only a half-assed intention, you're not going to get what you want, because only half of your soul is invested in what you're doing. And that means that a part of you is actually not fully committed. And honestly, what's the point in doing something if you're not fully committed? What's the point in wasting time? What's the point in wasting money and resources and all these things if you're not committed to allowing the process to change you? Just by committing to something, you're already committing to a more empowered version of yourself. And just by making that choice to say yes to something, you're already saying no to so many other things. You're already saying no to disempowerment. You're saying no to old behavior. You're saying no to toxic shadow aspects of yourself that may have been plaguing your reality. Because in the end, the universe will bring you all the lessons until you are rock solid in your belief, until you are rock solid in your manifestation and in your intention. And that's why when we articulate and communicate our intentions, whether that be between ourselves or within a relationship, it really helps kind of set the foundational stage for where we want to go. So we can use intentions as kind of like a platform to project ourselves and to kind of accelerate our own growth, because with the power of intention we access the power of pure potentiality that exists within all of us, that exists within every now moment. Because when you are present, you can really access the unlimited potentiality of the present. I hope you guys are still following what I'm saying. It's a lot, I know. So maybe just take a deep breath and exhale. Another one. I just get so passionate about this because really I've realized that one of my soul purposes on this planet is to help others find their soul purpose. It truly is. And so when we work with intention, we choose to live our lives on purpose. What does this mean? This means that everything that happens to us, it's not a coincidence. It's a fuck yes, I manifested this success. Fuck yes, I'm the one that got myself through that ordeal. Fuck yes, I'm the one that is creating this life for myself. And you realize the power of your own being, the power of your own mind in this process. It's really important when we set intentions, and one of the most important things is to tune into the frequency of your own heart. And the frequency of our heart comes through as soul desires versus the egoic wants. So our egos will say, I want or I need, whereas our soul says, I desire, I embody, I seek. Our souls thrive off this deeper intuitive knowing because it comes from within. It doesn't come from a desire that someone else placed in your mind. It is not someone else telling you, oh, you're good at this, therefore you should do that. It is not someone else telling you what you're good at or what you should be doing. It's you knowing who you are and knowing what you're good at so that you can choose your desires and choose your intentions on purpose and choose your life path on purpose. And so when we want to connect to our desires, all it really takes is for us to put our hands on our hearts and really just ask ourselves, what do I desire? What do I desire out of my life? How can I connect with my soul purpose? How do I want to feel from these experiences? What kind of experience do I personally want to have? How do I want to grow? Where do I see myself being in 5 years' time, even in 2 years' time? And so with these intentions, we can purposefully project ourselves on the path to get to our desires. And like I said, time is not linear. And so whether that desire takes you 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, 10 years to get to, the fact that you're always holding the vision of the desire in your mind's eye, in your heart, knowing that you will not rest until that desire is manifested in your life. And desires don't have to be complicated. A desire can be as simple as, I want to wake up feeling whole. I want to go to the beach feeling confident. I want to wear my favorite dress without feeling insecure. I want to walk down the street feeling safe. And in the end, we can only rely on our internal world to give us these things. We cannot rely on the external. And that's something that this pandemic has showed us. The external world can collapse in a second. It's all about the structure and the foundations that you're holding on the internal world. What are you choosing to build your life on? What is the foundations that you are choosing to grow on, that you're choosing to jump into this world on? Because in the end, it's up to you. Like I said, when we choose to live on purpose, we realize that we are the divine creators of our own reality. And in the end, the choice is up to no one else but ourselves. If we are fed up with what's going on, if we are fed up feeling a certain way, if we are tired, if we are drained, if we are burnt out, the only person that can change that is yourself. The only person that can improve your situation is yourself. No one else can do that for you. People can teach you how, people can activate the codes within you. You can get advice, you can seek counsel, but in the end, the only person that can do the action steps is yourself. Thank you for listening. Thank you for absorbing. If you have any comments, please drop them below, and I'd be more than happy to get back to you. And I will be back soon for chapter 2 of How to Thrive, Not Survive. I really hope you enjoyed this. Much love.